Hello everyone, this is Anna. This little guy in my sketch is Porg he is a Porg from the movie Star Wars. He's going to be in the new one. I haven't watched it yet. I'm not even sure if it's out in theaters. I've not kept up with that. But I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I just prefer to watch the movies at home when they come out on DVD. And it would just be torture to keep up with when it's playing or whatever. My son says he looks like Jake from Adventure Time. And he does. He's like a little pug bird. That's what he reminds me of. For this I'm using Brushmarker and Copic, but just like a couple markers to do like a base layer. This is the first time I've done this, like in underpainting under color pencils. But I really like that technique, and I think I'll be using that from now on. So yeah, I'm using Brushmarker, Copic, and then I'm using Prismacolor color pencils and my gel pen. He's so adorable. I actually got this idea from, I was looking up challenges and I saw this one. It was a 10 minute, 1 minute, and 10-second challenge. And it was by Mark Crilly, and this is what he drew in there, Porg. And so then I went and looked it up, and I actually remembered I had seen it before in that scene where he's with Chewbacca in one of the trailers. But before that, I didn't remember. When I saw that scene, it came back to me. But I thought he was super cute, so I went and I searched and thought I'd do my own drawing of him. He's not exactly like the one in Star Wars, because mainly I couldn't get like a good image of the one in Star Wars, and I wasn't sure if some of the pictures I was looking at on Google Images, if they were actually someone else's drawing, so I didn't want to copy that. So what I did was I just did my own version of a Porg. And so the proportions are a little different. I didn't worry too much about it being exact like the one in the movie. And at this point in my drawing, I did not know how the feet were supposed to look. So then I went back, looked at the trailer, and saw that he had little duck feet. So yeah. There's the cardstock I used. I got that from Joann's, or yeah, it was either Joann's or Michael's. I think it was, no, it was Michael's where I got it. And they were 3 for $5, which I thought was a great deal. And I got that one, the gray one I'm using, and then I got a white linen one, which is linen texture, but it's actually still smooth. Like the markers will still sit on top. They won't really be soaked in there if you work fast enough. And then there's a pearly one. But they turned out to be pretty nice papers. I thought they were going to suck because they were so cheap, but they're pretty good. And transferring this though, I need to remember to do my sketches on some computer paper or something, because I actually did my initial sketch on this paper and then it was too thick, like light doesn't shine through it, so I couldn't use my light box to transfer it, right, to trace it. And so luckily I had gotten some transfer paper, I got some graphite and then some white one for a hat I was going to make for my husband with a line sketch that I made for him, and then decided against it because he wouldn't wear it. That's not, he's not the type to wear like hats with stuff on them. So like art on a baseball cap, he won't wear it. So I decided against it. and still plan to get it on a t-shirt or something for him. And I'll try to get a video of that when I do that. But anyway, so I had that graphite paper, thank goodness, and I was able to transfer my drawing. The one you see on the left right there was my just a quick sketch so I could see what colors I was going to use. And those are the colors I'm using right there, just mostly warm grays and some French gray, French white, French gray, and then a very pale blue, which actually looks like gray, but it's got a blue tone, and then some yellows and oranges. I didn't use that many colors for this because, didn't need it. But yeah. Originally, this was supposed to be like a real-time video, but what happened was it started out okay, and I started out talking just like I am right now. Well, actually going through what I was going to do or whatever, and I started talking about Star Wars. But it went on for about 15 minutes, and then all you could hear is I forgot I was supposed to be talking, and it's just like 15 minutes of yap yap yap, Star Wars this, Star Wars that, and then silence for like 45 minutes. It took me about an hour, maybe a little more than an hour to do this. And so yeah, the rest of the time it was like total silence, and I didn't even like end it. It was just so abrupt. Like I was in the middle of a sentence and suddenly just stopped talking. It's like my brain went into like focusing on what I was doing, and I wasn't able to multitask. And I usually do get like really immersed in my artwork and forget about my surroundings and everything. So that's what happened there. I'll have to practice talking while I'm drawing so I could get some real-time stuff. What else? Can't think of what else to say. Oh, yeah, okay, so when I drew this little guy, I started researching. Actually, I kind of accidentally came up on the information that the Porg are based off of puffins, like a real bird on that island. I forget the name of the island. It's something Michael. Anyway, it's in Ireland, and it's really cool looking. It's just like a rock in the middle of the ocean. 7 miles off, I think, the southern coast of Ireland or something like that. Anyway, so there are these birds, and they're called puffins, and I read that they couldn't get rid of them because there were so many on that island, and since they couldn't get rid of them, they actually added them to the scene. Not to the scene, but they added them in the movie. So it's like, if you can't get rid of them, then, work with them. And that's what they did. So they kept like the colors of this bird. And this one, the Porg, is supposed to be a bird, but a mammal. And he's so cute. That's why I wanted to draw them draw him. And the whole time I was just like thinking like, oh, he's so cute. But yeah. So I guess he's a bird and gives birth to live young and maybe breastfeeds. I don't know. Um, but yeah, they're actual the actual bird. It's based off of the puffins. They're they're actually having issues due to global warming, but I'm not exactly sure how. I saw a documentary on them, and they're having issues feeding their young, and it's so sad because they're normally on these islands around that area, right? And they feed their young these little specific, very small fish. They kind of look like sardines, but they're very small and very soft. So they're flexible and easy for their babies to swallow. And those fish are on low supply now. They didn't really go into how global warming is affecting the fish, but the fish are in very low supply. So these birds have stopped breeding. They've stopped having young, and they're actually going to the island, that particular island, less and less. And they're okay, so the sad thing is that some of them do breed and then they have nothing to feed their babies. So they will pick up like bigger fish and then the babies can't eat them. So that's super sad. So yeah, while looking at this, while reading about what porgs are, I learned some about that species. I'm gonna have to look through it with my son because he would be interested in this. He loves learning about animals, and he would like those facts. He was supposed to talk through this video with me, and we tried it, but he would just be kind of like in the background and have no interest in what was going on. He was just playing his video game, and so I decided I would just do it on my own. But he actually made me, my son made me a Twitter account, and the my address, I guess, or whatever, it's at DeliriArt, which is the same for my Facebook page. It's DeliriArt. But I haven't gone on it yet. And after this video, I will post on there. I'll try to. I've never used Twitter, and I kind of wish there was just like one social media thing, you know? Like, it would be really nice if YouTube had a social media type thing and everything was on there where it had like images and like you could share images and then also have pages or whatever. I don't know. I just wish it was all condensed to one thing. But that's not like a good thing for society. But for like one social media place to have like all the power. That's obviously not good. Um, can't think of what else I wanted to talk about. But yeah, you guys should check out my Facebook page. I haven't posted much on there, but I am going to start now. My husband got me a scanner for Christmas, and I've had a scanner, but it's so like okay, I've got a my laser printer has a scanner, so that's just low resolution, for documents and stuff. But then I have another one, but I just have no place for it. It's so big. So he got me this really small one. And I might do a video on it. It's Epson. I think the model number was V39, and it's tiny. I could put that in my laptop bag and carry it with me, and all it uses is the USB, so the micro USB, and it doesn't need power. It doesn't need additional power. So I was gonna get the V600, but for my needs, this is fine. And all that one could really do that was like one additional feature was that it could scan negatives. But I don't need that. So this was plenty for what I needed it for. I'm super happy with it. I haven't used it yet. This is the first time I'm going to use it, and I'll post that image on Facebook of this image, the Porg. The feet, I didn't know, but he's supposed to have little claws. I didn't know because I didn't have a good picture of the feet. When I was looking at the trailer, all it shows is this part where he's like going against the glass in the ship, and his feet are blurred in it. I could tell they were like duck webbed feet, but I didn't know that they actually have claws, and the puffins actually have webbed feet, and then they have these little claws, and they use them to dig in the dirt. So they burrow. They're birds that burrow. They're so amazing. And that is where they have their young, and that's how they protect them from, other predators. But I didn't know it when I was drawing this. I saw that after. When I saw one of the documentaries. So I might go back in there and just add the little claws for it to be accurate. But yeah, oh, I hear my dog. She like has nightmares or maybe dreams, but she like whimpers in her sleep, and she's so cute. Speaking of my dog, that portrait I did of her, I wish I had used this underpainting thing, and maybe have put gray all as a base layer, because that would have saved me so much time. But I just had no clue. I didn't think of it until this. And that is because I didn't think the color pencils would work on here, and that is how what got me to do that. I thought it would just be all marker. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and please remember to check out my Twitter, my Facebook page, DeliriArt, and please subscribe if you like this video. Give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.